Oh, alright. I think it's time for me to hate myself. This might be considered self-harm, what I'm about to watch. So, the Nostalgia Critic, as we've covered in the previous episode of Captain Cringe, is awful. I used to be a big fan of Nostalgia Critic when I was, like, in middle school and even high school. Like, Doug Walker was, like, the peak of comedy to me at the time. I doubt I would have gotten into YouTube and now Twitch if it weren't for him. Legitimately. I'm not kidding, and I think this is a case for a lot of content creators in my age group. We sort of grew up watching people like Doug Walker and other people from Channel Awesome, and that made us want to do things online. Unfortunately, as it turns out, he's a bit of a dirtbag. He treats his employees like crap. He allowed, like, people who were harassing people, like sexually harassing them, to continue to be within the company. Awful person. Awful person, and not only that, but his humor is terrible. So this is his review of The Wall. If you don't know, The Wall was an album by Pink Floyd, and also a movie it was turned into. Now this is Doug's review of the movie, and he does it as a parody of the movie, and it is all in musical, and it is bad. We might, do some skipping around, because this is 40 minutes long. But, here we go. It's got 69,000 downvotes and 20,000 upvotes. Here's The Wall.
So brought to you by Honey, the
Obscurus Lupa has a hilarious series about Baywatch. Yeah, Baywatching. Check out Obscurus. Well, she's not Obscurus Lupa. I don't think she goes by that anymore. She just goes by her name, Allison Pregler. Her YouTube channel is Movie Nights. Check out Movie Nights.
Hello, I'm the Nostalgia Critic. I remember it, so you don't have to. Pink Floyd The Wall, or is it Pink Floyd's The Wall? I never know.
Yeah, that's, I think a musician. I'm not really familiar with him, but he is a actual, like, famous musician that they got to come and be in the review. From Slipknot. That makes sense. They were showing Slipknot albums.
Where to put the S there. It's an abstract musical that musician Roger Waters described as a separation between a rock star and his audience. But it's so much more than that, I think. When it came out in 1982, it got mixed reviews and did only okay at the box office. Many saw it as too pretentious and full of itself, saying it's way...
It was just before dusk, one dark weekend evening, while on your way home. When all the critics told you Pink Floyd's Wall was shite, when you thought that it was kinda alright, and the masses gave thanks as the movie tanked, fading into obscurity for a while.
I feel like at this point you start to realize one of the big problems with this review, and that's Doug Walker can't sing, like, at all. I don't know if he knows that and just doesn't care, or if he thinks he can carry a tune, but he can't. Like, I'm a terrible singer too, but then again, I wouldn't create a 40-minute musical review where I am the one carrying the music the entire time. And bear in mind, they got the guy from Slipknot in this review. They could have had him do the singing, but instead, Doug decides to be the vocals, and I don't know why.
While the art house ego trip had fallen and slipped, to the bargain bin for $3.93.
Alright, Corey, you can use my computer to do your homework, but no looking through my desk. Got it?
I think that's Corey's actual kid, too, who's playing a younger version of him.
Good old Pink Floyd made a movie devoid of even the slightest bit of subtlety. The production was fancy, but way too damn angsty for adults to take seriously. But I found it one day behind Dad's .0 stash, hidden away, and my eyes still grew big at the
I do have Cringe videos lined up, but if you have links, you can send them.
feelings he felt, and discovered I felt the same thing. Kids' emotions are flawed, but they're nevertheless raw. Felt when the wall broke.
Like, he calls The Wall pretentious, and, you know, I like the album The Wall. I think it's good. I'm not a big music person, so I can't, like, discuss it in any depth. Look at, like, Anthony Fantano for someone to do something like that. But, like, I'm pretty sure it's an album that's, like, anti-fascism and, like, against government overreach on its citizens. It's against, like, indoctrinating children through the educational system. Like, it's not that pretentious. It just has things to say.
Every rock star that's wild was a rage-driven child. Like in this movie, they all dream just like Floyd. Most of them falling into the void. That's why I watch, despite it being so whiny. You see.
Pay attention. What's this? Pink Floyd.
The boy fancies himself a musician. It's rubbish. Now what did I just say, Corey?
We don't need no education.
Well, that's grammatically incorrect, so apparently you do need some education. School is no laughing matter. Do you know what we teach in these walls?
How to fix a car, pay your taxes, ace an interview, perform first aid, manage your insurance, cook healthy meals, or do household repairs.
Preposterous! We pay other people to do those things. We teach important things you need to know in life, like algebra, trigonometry, physics, geology, sex ed. Oh, that's right, you have letters that say you don't need to learn that. Well, it shouldn't be too important, especially in the case of that kid. Do you laugh at everything? Well, anyway, continue to act like the oppressed, and me the oppressor. Rock albums seem to really eat that shit up.
Again, Doug completely missing the context of what Pink Floyd was talking about. They weren't talking about, like, the American educational system, because Pink Floyd weren't American. They were specifically talking about, like, the English boarding school system. I don't know if any of them have an actual, like, history in that. I don't know if they actually went there, but, like, it was talking about a pretty specific time and place. It's not just saying, all education bad. It's talking about how the educational system, at least in the place and time where they were from, was about, like, stripping away free thought from the children and making them another brick in the wall, making them just another cog in society. Like, it's not just a statement of education bad. Far from it.
Welcome to high school, where all the teachers are monsters. I know it looks...
Is that Rob Scallon? He did the instrumentation for all this. Doug wrote the lyrics, but Rob Scallon did the music.
like they want to teach you something, but they don't. They just want to eat you up because we're evil, blood-sucking vampire things. We need more victimization. There are no good teachers. Not one. Not even by accident. We need more stuff to rebel. We don't want to help you. We just want to eat your blood and suck your brains. No, our education system's broke. Wait, maybe it's the other way around. I don't know. I got a high school education. This is pandering like hell. Remember that one teacher...
Again, it's not talking about the American educational system, Doug.
Who seemed cool? He wasn't! He was all part of the plan! Hey! Who cares? All this bitching sells! Remember that one teacher who seemed really kind and gave you
It feels like I'm taking the skits more seriously than they're meant to be. Well, it's not that I'm taking them seriously, it's that the core... He says it's satire. And satire at its core is supposed to say something about the thing that you're satirizing, right? The core of his critique here in this song completely misses the mark. Like, you can critique satire even if it's not trying to take itself super seriously if the core of the satire completely misses the point of the original work, right? The Grave Flower, thank you for following. Like, I know this is supposed to be, like, tongue-in-cheek. I get it. It's a Nostalgia Critic review. But, like, your satire needs to have grounding in actual critiques of the thing you're critiquing or satirizing.
Well, we gotta...
Oh, the Bones emote works now. Hooray.
We're hitting the wall.
Thank you again, Baja Blast, for the Bones.
That candy was really sugar-coated children's souls! LOL, so school sucks. Grow a damn pair of balls. Children's souls! We're so evil! It's all part of our secret plan to make sure you're more likely to get a job when you're older. Milking your gloom and pity. How terrible is that? It's like those 90s commercials where the adults look like bad guys. What's next rating? Except they weren't 90s commercials, they were mini documentaries. It's all true. What
Doug think kids use Facebook? Facebook is for, like, boomers now.
Because we're old! Blah, 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 my teacher, blah, 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 blah.
I'm gonna skip to the next song. I think we get the point that he missed the point of this. I'm gonna skip ahead.
Building, oh,
Yeah, we're really comparing this to high school?
I don't know. I don't think there's a way to not connect that.
Oh, come on, they're just saying school sucks. They're not making any connections to that. Now let's go on to the next song that talks about the horrors of World War II. Oh, crap.
See.
It's just a coincidence, maybe. I don't know. Bye.
This review trivializes the issues we find ourselves in currently. Oh, wait until the song at the end where Doug criticizes, quote, cancel culture. And compares it to fascism. Doug is a chud now. Did you not know that? Doug is an animator in that he draws like 3 still images next to each other, which I guess is technically what animation is, but usually you use more than, 3 or 4 images to get the animation across.
Doesn't this seem too heavy? Is World War II with monsters too silly? Oh, Roger Waters, did you ever wonder why these images of slaughter made it in a film that also sings about how high school bites?
Oh my god. It's so bad.
Is it saying anything that deep? War's bad, thanks, are we supposed to be? Sure, we're all bummed out, but you're losing clout in this movie. So long, Oscar bait song.
And this doesn't even make sense. He's like, Oscar bait song. Doug, do you think they wrote the album The Wall for the movie? The Wall was written and was an album before the movie. How could they have written a song for The Wall as an Oscar bait song when they didn't know they were gonna make a movie out of it? What? Like, it's a criticism that doesn't even make sense.
Smoke a bong and it will feel less wrong. So long, weird song.
Is that better?
Dude, I don't know what to think while watching that.
Good! That means we're brilliant. Now I'm gonna go do a slow, mopey song.
Haven't we had enough of those?
Yeah, but we have had several of them back to back, so that'll really mix things up.
Watch how I do a sad song about being cheated on.
So, you're going from World War II, one of the worst things to ever happen,
To bitching about your girlfriend cheating on you?
Hey, it doesn't matter how I'm pained, as long as I'm torturously pained.
Sounds pretty douchey, man.
Yeah, pretty douchey.
Hey, if someone doesn't like my artistic dive into madness caused by an affair...
You mean like The Room?
No.
Yes.
Shut up. They can just skip the...
Rising Phoenix 13 says Roger Waters wrote this song about how his father's death during World War II affected him.
scene.
Fair enough.
And then Alex the Blight said it wasn't World War II, but go off, so I have no idea.
Thank you. What's that person I could never see betraying me? You're betraying me? Oh. I got a lot more drawn-out angst than that.
Hey, so you invited me up here. What you want to do?
Just watch TV.
You invited me up here to literally watch TV?
I'm a successful musician with millions. How can you expect me to be happy?
This is gonna be another one of those slow Moby songs, isn't it?
Yes. I know that. Don't worry, I have a slow Moby song here too. Hey you. Oh my God, doesn't this remind you of Jesus? I'm like Jesus. I'm Jesus. Feel sorry for me. I'm Jesus. Is there anybody who cares? Wake up. Are you still awake in that chair?
This makes you just want to actually listen to The Wall. It's a good album, if you haven't heard it.
Just keep listening to me. I know you're kind of bored. Yeah, sure. It's a lot of slow songs now. It's hard to keep on track. Mellow songs back to back.
Like, is the criticism of the satire here that The Wall includes a lot of songs that are underlyingly depressing? Because congratulations, Doug, you sort of got the point.
Ah, shit! He's watching the boring parts of The Wall. Wake him up!
This movie first. Just a half hour more. Come on, you've gotten through worse. You can't be bored while we are singing, unless you don't wanna be seen as deep. Your attention constantly may fade.
Oh, Brad. Why, Brad?
Your eyes move, but do you care what we're saying? When I was a child, I remember being invested, like hearing the dark side of the moon. Now I've grown, the section starts to drag like a long nag. I just don't understand. Is this now how I am? I have become comfortably dumb. Okay, just get through the damn flick. You want to seem cool, but this ain't getting your kicks. Can you listen? Later there will be a quiz. Somebody has to feel the same when I become so lame. There is only so long I can go with hearing a millionaire say that things blow.
Honestly, Comfortably Numb is probably, that might be my favorite song in the album. It's like a really great song.
It's like I've been asleep for days.
I'll start skipping through soon. I know we're not even halfway through. It's 40 minutes.
The film plays, but I can't take the complaining.
I think the actual song The Wall is my like second favorite. The one that's like, Mother, do you think we'll drop the bomb? That one, it's really good.
Like telling a child, it's just how every.
Alright, I'm gonna start skipping through the songs, just so we can get like, well, we'll get enough to get what each song is about, but we're gonna start skipping, because holy shit, this thing is long.
This is where I bring people that I don't want other people to see. Now sober up or have an existential conflict. Either works for me.
Honestly, before I found out about Honey,
And
Honey waits only hundreds of like things out. Honey is it only can sell and easy to install on your computer in just 2 clicks. Join Honey to Honey for these butts. Hey, you guys like the music in this review? Well, believe it or not, there's an album of it. I'm not even kidding. This was
oh yeah, they're selling their own album of just the music from this parody. Not even kidding. It's on Spotify. Because why listen to Pink Floyd's The Wall, one of the greatest concept albums to be ever written, when you could listen to the shitty bootleg version Doug and Scallon made?
was done by Rob Scallon, who appears in the review. He has his own YouTube channel. He's just this incredible talent, and I really think he outdid himself with this because this is just such a love letter to Pink Floyd's music and The Wall, and you can download the album in the link below. There's
calling it a love letter is so bizarre when he just doesn't. And I hate the criticism, like, oh, you don't get it. But, like, it really seems like he just doesn't, like, get it. Like, he just thinks it's like, vapid. And, like, I don't know. I don't know. It's not a love letter to just say, this is dumb. That's not satire. It's barely a criticism.
Even songs and music that isn't in the review, it's only for the album.
Oh god, here comes his cancel culture song. Ah! This seems like it's in response to the fact that, of course, Change the Channel happened, and everyone started hating Doug, and anyone who stuck around with Channel Awesome and the management and everything, and Doug's, like, really salty about it, so he has unironically, dressed up like a, and I get the imagery is coming from The Wall itself, but, like, he's dressed up like a Nazi, and he's gonna talk about cancel culture, so here we go. This was made at the very end of 2019, so it's not even a year old.
Oh yeah, I'm the person you all think you know.
soaks up your angst and confusion. I'm that nameless foe. I got some weird news for you, sunshine. This was dissing Thatcher's administration. But it's vague enough to put anyone you fear. Politician, showman, just put their face here. Are there any authority figures in the crowd tonight?
Oh, yes, that's me after everything, yes.
We'll put them in the wall! That one's looking stressed. He wants to feel impressed. Put him in the wall! And that one looks sheltered, like she never leaves a room. I'll be that friend you can blame for all your gloom. That one looks like he really wants to be outraged. Now with social media, you have the stage. Hashtag, hashtag,
Hashtag! Hashtag! Hashtag!
Comparing hashtags to some sort of fascist symbology. Lovely.
Hashtag! Hashtag! Hashtag!
Ah, it's so bad! Doug, people hate you because your company abused their employees. You didn't even technically treat them as employees. They were contractors, and you fucking treated them like shit and allowed sexual harassment to go on in your company. That's why people hate you, and that's why hashtag change the channel happened. I'm sorry you're salty about it, but it's your own fault.
to the world!
Didn't someone nearly die on one of the Nostalgia Critic movies? They had someone pass out because they were not providing food or water to people during the filming. And to be clear, like, even student films provide, like, water and shit to people. It's part of the thing. When you're putting on a production and you're bringing people in to film something, you provide them with water and stuff. Oh, I don't know anything about the almost breaking their neck, though.
Oh, it's the fright! Let's go back in. I don't like that. No. 1, 2, 3, post it! You can't convince me now. I'm too far on my side. Goodbye, new ones. I never will abide.
Runefar says, but this is just assuming what he's talking about. Usually you're good at not reading too much in, but it's important to call out what Channel Awesome did, but to claim it's supposed to be what this scene is about is another thing. He's literally doing hashtag as, like, some sort of fascist symbology and comparing keyboard warriors to Nazis. What? He literally has a thing on his face that says person you hate. What?
It's us versus them. I don't even know who us or them are. I just want to be angry so I can be about those who hate me. I need their attention. Love me or hate me, just look at me more. Whatever side you choose, just don't ever wane. Waiting for the point.
Random invite with 50 bits says, wowie zowie, he lost his mind after Change the Channel. Yes, he did.
Don't fear that you're wrong. Just fight on to the end, my friend. All you need to do is fight off something. Don't worry, as long as you don't.
Like, it's literally goose-stepping phones. In the actual Pink Floyd, The Wall, it's like hammers. But here he's replaced it with goose-stepping phones. Like, these are the tools of fascism now. No, Doug. No!
You can hate me all you want.
Okay, I'm gonna skip ahead. We're almost done, I promise, and then we'll move on.
So, Corey, your analysis of Pink Floyd The Wall has led you here. Do you now understand the deeper meaning of... Do you understand the deeper meaning of what it has to say, or is it just a misguided ego trip in this self-indulgent world that we all live in? Pardon, who is it?
Calling that self-indulgent, but not calling what you're doing self-indulgent is incredibly hypocritical.
Hello there, Critic.
It's Sullivan Croft.
Is that a city guy?
Yes, actually. I was. Is Lucy Lacemaker there? Is she there? Because I was. Well, it's just a
have
thing.
You found her yet?
Shut the fuck up.
What do you mean is she there? She's a made-up character.
I mean,
You're not exactly giving creation all of its credit. It's not like you just shit out the Horcrux that Voldemort never meant to make.
and that's it. You know, there's a little more to it than that. When you make a character
That looks real and feels real, well, the line tends to blur, you know.
if you see it, just don't say anything stupid. Good luck, mate.
Oh, that's that weird creature I've seen looming around.
Yes. And when I heard you were reviewing the much to be desired wall, I figured I'd throw my own tuppence. Style over substance, showcasing a bunch of weird creatures and worlds. Not a drop of intellectual development. All paint, no ink.
But you are a weird creature. I thought you'd be all over this.
Music is one thing. Film is quite another. The beauty of music is letting your mind steal itself. The beauty of cinema is taking those raw, maddening ideas and developing them. It's easy to think of a nonsensical idea. Fucking children do it. It's hard to turn those ideas into thinking, feeling characters and worlds. And isn't that the point of a cinematic adaptation? To make a point? Well, it's clear that the music here does that fine on its own. If you're going to adapt an album into a movie, a completely different medium, I dare say, one should adapt it.
Oh, so being a fully developed character, you wanted more fully developed characters.
Whether I'm developed or not is down to the viewer, old son. But this film you have here, it fails to truly connect us to those amazing creatures and visuals. A world does indeed exist, and it lies between the monsters and the emotion, dreams and reality, anarchy and order. Make us feel for the world, make us connect to it, so we too can suffer with Pink.
The visuals are usually praised as the best part. You think you can make a case that the weird characters needed more development?
Each one represented something deep and meaningful. Fantastic designs and presence. Wouldn't you want more of them? Let me show you. Let me show you what happens when your dreams no longer need you.
Right then, Lucy Lacemaker, the court will take a vote on if the film that plays before us can in any way show some feelings. Worthy feelings of an almost canny nature. From joys to blue.
I always said I liked her well-made kitty. I will not suffer shitty. All that just wish they'd. Now we all deserve personality. They could have you.
I can't believe Doug actually had someone make this, like, full CG sequence for this shitty review. Like, the character designs that are in this are really cool. I don't know who did this, but whoever did, please take your talent and move it elsewhere. You're being wasted in this review.
Used us far more often than they did, but no, they had to go their own way. We are more.
Visual affair. It never aimed to tell a story, rather a sprawling canvas of nonsense after all. That
and wanting more. But
Hey!
The CG assets are taken from a different project. Good. I'm glad. I'm glad someone didn't spend time to actually create designs for this.
Well. Bye.
But that's it? We're stopping there?
Well, yeah, the movie did.
I didn't even get a line. Hell, I didn't even sing a song. What'd you even think of the movie?
Well, the movie ended on such an open vagueness that only makes sense that the review end on such an open vagueness.
It's a review! That's literally the opposite of what that is!
Okay! I liked it fine.
Yeah, me too.
A little full of itself, but good music and imagination.
Fair enough.
His review was one sentence in a 40-minute review!
So now what?
Well, since you got me, figure I could sing you one of my biggest hits. You mean? Oh, yeah. Oh, who lives in a pineapple under the sea?
SpongeBob SquarePants!
Orange and yellow and porous is he.
SpongeBob SquarePants!
Ethical nonsense, be something you wish.
SpongeBob SquarePants!
And drop on the deck and flop like a fish.
SpongeBob SquarePants! SpongeBob SquarePants! SpongeBob SquarePants! SpongeBob SquarePants! SpongeBob SquarePants!
All those characters are in Satellite City? Okay, I'll check it out sometime.
Good?
I mean, it's
No, I don't think he wrote that.
not gonna top that.
Check out the album!
So, Jesus Christ. Okay, that's the wall. And now we never have to watch it again. It's out of the way.